Many times the argument is made that Michael Jordan would not have a chance against LeBron James either in a one-on-one or in a game situation because James is just too tall and too strong. In this video, I want to try to prove that MJ would not only have a chance, but would actually dominate James on the defensive end as well as on the offensive end. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. If you don't agree with my opinion, please still like the video because I'm putting a lot of time and effort into making it, and comment below what your thoughts are. Let's get to the part where I try to prove to you that MJ would not have a problem against James. LeBron James is a big guy. He's 6'9" and weighs 250 pounds. He's 3 inches taller and 35 pounds heavier than Mike. So automatically, many LeBron fans say that those are the reasons MJ would just get destroyed. Well, let me tell you this. MJ would have no issue playing against LeBron James and having his way with him, I'm sure. You might be wondering now, how the hell am I so sure of that, and what's my proof? Well, I'm thinking of the Jordan copy that played against James, the little lesser Jordan. Most probably guess that I mean Kobe Bryant. Just to prove that Kobe is a lesser Jordan, let me show you a few stats. First of all, let's look at the field goal percentage for both players. Kobe Bryant's field goal percentage for his career is 44.7%. His best ever season, he shot 46.9%. Michael Jordan's field goal percentage for his career is 49.7%. His best season ever, 53.9%. That's a huge difference in favor of MJ. There's no question there at all. What is crazy is that MJ attempted even more shots per game than Kobe did. MJ's career shot attempts per game come out to 22.9 shots per game. Kobe shot an average 19.5 shots per game. So MJ took more shots per game and still had a much better field goal percentage than Kobe. MJ also averaged more minutes per game for his career by 2 minutes than Kobe did. Now, many of you will say that Kobe is a better three-point shooter. Well, actually, he's not. They're pretty much tied in that regard, but MJ had seasons with higher three-point percentages than Kobe ever did, and in the beginning of his career, MJ took less than 1 three-pointer a game, and Kobe's least attempts were at 1.7 three-pointers per game. Yep, you heard that right. MJ was a better, maybe not better, but about the same three-point shooter like Kobe. MJ's three-point percentage for his career is 32.7%. And for the best season, I'm going to use the 1995-96 season, where he averaged 42.7% and attempted 3.2 threes a game. I left out the 1994-95 season because he played only 17 games. He did shoot 50% that season. Kobe's three-point percentage for career is 32.9%, just slightly better than MJ, only 0.02. His best season? 38.3% and attempted 4 threes per game. Now, onto defense. MJ was better in blocks and averaged over 1 block per game in multiple seasons. Career average 0.8 blocks per game. Kobe managed to average 1 block per game only once for his career. Career average 0.5 blocks per game. Steals. Jordan career average for steals per game is at 2.3. Kobe career average in steals, 1.4. That is a huge difference. Rebounds. MJ's career average, 6.2 boards per game. Kobe's, 5.2 boards per game. Assists. MJ, 5.3 assists per game for his career. Kobe, 4.7 assists per game for his career. Turnovers. Michael is better than that too. He only averaged 2.7 turnovers per game, while Kobe averaged 3.0 turnovers per game for his career. Now let's summarize real quick here. Michael Jordan is better than Kobe in field goal percentage, rebounds, steals, assists, blocks, and turnovers. He's tied in three-point percentages. Clearly, MJ is a much better and more efficient player. Now let's just hit on the PER. PER is short for Player Efficiency Rating. Player Efficiency Rating measures a player's per minute performance while adjusting for pace. PER takes into account accomplishments such as field goals, free throws, three-pointers, assists, rebounds, blocks, and steals, and negative results such as missed shots, turnovers, and personal fouls. Michael Jordan is number 1, and his PER rating is the highest ever in the history of the NBA at 27.91. Kobe Bryant is number 26 on the list all time, and his PER is 22.9. Another huge difference in MJ's favor. Now those are all stats and they are great, but what would MJ do in an actual game in a one-on-one matchup against LeBron James? Could he post him up with a lesser height and weight? I'm going to answer that also with Kobe Bryant. Why? Because Kobe Bryant was exactly the same height as Mike and pretty much the same weight as Mike as well. This is what Kobe was able to do on the offensive end against LeBron James, who's much taller and much heavier.
Most of the during the game clock and the shot clock. Bryant putting moves on James. Here's Bryant. Yes! He had a foot on the line.
That's what Dwight Howard says to himself when he shoots the free throw, to make himself follow through. So that's what he was making reference to.
Hughes is on Parker. James is on Bryant. 29 for Kobe Bryant.
Put an ISO cam on those two guys right now. I mean, that's the game right now.
And here's Bryant slicing his way through. Yes, and the foul. Here's Bryant over James. Yes. 18 from the field in the third quarter. Here is Bryant. Quick through.
The game was 1 of 7 in the fourth quarter. Kobe does not forget. Trust me.
Shot clock to 2. Here's Bryant. Yes.
Now you saw that Kobe did great against James on offense. With Michael being a much better and efficient offensive player, he would do a lot better than Kobe. Now let's look at Kobe and what he did defensively against LeBron James.
LeBron James, they go to LeBron. So LeBron James trying to win it for Team White up against Kobe. On the crossover, into the paint over Chandler. No. It won't go. Here's James. Slapped away by Bryant.
And this guy's 260 plus pounds. He's so strong and powerful. Great hands there.
Bryant now on LeBron James. Left-handed shot way off. Good defense from Kobe.
9 points, 8 assists for Bryant. It's LeBron.
As you also can see, Kobe did great on the defensive end and was able to defend and stop James many times. With Jordan being a better defender and committing less turnovers, he would also do much better against LeBron James. You might also say that Jordan, in his era, did not have to play against people as strong as James. Let me give you an example of a player who was very versatile in the 90s and a great defender who matched up with Jordan from time to time. His name? Anthony Mason. I'm not talking about the offense of Mason, which was pretty damn good anyway, but his defense. Mason covered MJ many times, especially in the playoffs when he played for the Hornets. Mason weighed 250 pounds and was 6'7". He was a beast on the floor defensively. This is what's being said about Anthony Mason by people who knew him and watched him play. He was so skilled, as a matter of fact, that Don Nelson, ex-Knicks coach, used Mason as a point forward, and the big man was so quick on his feet and such a good ball handler and passer that he could facilitate the offense while sending defenses scrambling in the process. Mason was like Draymond Green, Lamar Odom, Boris Diaw before they ever came along. To think about it, to a certain extent, he was LeBron James before LeBron James. This was a man who could not only run the offense, but could also defend any position. He guarded the likes of Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, and O'Neal later even admitted that Mason defended him better than anyone else, while also defending Jordan, and later on Vince Carter. If that's not a very close type of player defending Michael compared to James, I don't know who else it could be. Like I said, Mason was very versatile. He was able to play point forward, even defend Shaq in many situations, and had good success against him, like I said. That tells you a lot about Mason's toughness. As you know, Kobe was a tough matchup for LeBron many times. He literally embarrassed James multiple times while defending him and while posting him up. I have proven, while it wasn't even needed, that MJ was a better player than Kobe ever was. Kobe copied his game from MJ, learned from MJ by his advice, and even said himself he would not have the 5 rings if it weren't for Michael's help.
I feel like, yo, what you get from me is from him. I don't get 5 championships here without him, because he guided me so much and gave me so much great advice.
I have also proven to you that MJ had played against players as big and strong and versatile as James and didn't have much trouble with them. The argument that MJ would not be able to match up with LeBron has just been debunked here, and I don't think there is much truth to it. MJ, with his skill level, mental toughness, and the killer instinct he possessed to just dismantle, embarrass, and just destroy you, would not only be able to match up with James, he'd be able to dominate James in a one-on-one as well as in an NBA game. I'm not saying he would win every single matchup. That's unrealistic to say no matter who you are. But MJ, while knowing there are people saying LeBron is better than him, would have some extra motivation as well. Just remember the last time someone was even compared to him.
There's only 2 of 11 from the field. Jordan again from three-point land. Here's Pippen setting up Jordan. Wide open for Blazers get back. Pippen back for Jordan again for 3. Jordan for 3. Well, Michael has gone to a new weapon. Jordan for 3. Yes! Here's Jordan for 3. Yes! Did you see that look? Michael indicating he can't believe it.
He feels it. There's nothing else he can say other than the man feels it and lets us know.
I hope you enjoyed the video. It took me hours to edit and do my research for it. I would appreciate it very much if you would take the time to like it and subscribe to my channel if you didn't do that already. It will help me tremendously and allow me to keep making great videos for you every week. I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. See you in the next one. Thank you.